New questions about safety in the sky as we learn President Obama's 2013 budget will slash funding to train and arm pilots on planes. That would cut what some are calling a last line of defense against would-be terrorists. And our chief intelligence correspondent, Catherine Herridge, has more live in Washington. Catherine?
Well, thank you, Megan, and good afternoon. Homeland Security officials argue that they now use a multi-braced approach to security with redundancies built into the system. There is 100% screening of all passengers and cargo, reinforced cockpit doors, and intelligence data on passengers. This, they say, is part of Homeland Security's risk-based and intelligence-based approach, which focuses on high-risk attacks with the greatest consequence. And the Homeland Security Secretary recently testifying in favor of these cuts to the Federal Flight Deck Officers Program. It's also known as the FFDO.
I think the reduction for the Federal Flight Deck Officer Program is predicated on the fact that the program is not risk-based, and you will have an FFDO just, whether somebody is on a flight or not, and we are moving in the TSA to risk-based systems, and those are the ones that we're going to put money into.
But there is strong opposition this morning at the Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank here in Washington. Panelists argued against the proposed budget cut of 50%, at one point suggesting this white terrorism is a thing of the past.
The Obama administration has had an institutional hostility towards the concept of arming pilots and specifically the FFDO program since the very beginning.
One member of Congress says the program provides a safety net at a reasonable price, costing less than checking your suitcase.
According to the estimates by the Airline Pilots Association, FFDOs only cost $15 per flight segment. Let me say that again. To protect an aircraft, to protect possibly the potential of thousands of people, the Federal Flight Deck Officer costs $15 per flight.
And the congressman told panelists that there are about 100,000 of these flights a month and about a cost of 1.5 million, over the course of the year. But supporters of the program also say that it's really quite a good deterrent because someone who wants to take over that aircraft doesn't know if there are federal air marshals on board or whether there's a weapon in that cockpit as well, Megan.
Interesting. All right, Catherine, thank you.